Scooter. Okay, perfect. And then, okay, I see a lot of consultants on here. I'm not even sure if I'm going to say your name right. Sayonara, are you a guest or a consultant? Let me know just so I can like put your consultant's name. You can also put it in the chat. And then let me let this consultant in. Perfect. Let me put me on. Pin myself. Spotlight. Okay. Well, I know we have a few guests to join us, but while we're waiting for some people to hop on, we want to do some foundation matching. And we want to check if you did happen to get a couple of foundations in your kit, then we want to go ahead and find one of these here. It's gray on one side. It might even be a black one because you might get like a CC cream or like a dark gray, but the color will be on the back on the side here. So if you have one that has a pink or a purple stripe, that is going to be our Time Wise foundation that comes in matte or luminous. And then on the side here, it's going to say like something like beige W100 or whatever. It's going to say a couple different things. So go ahead and see what that is. What you're going to do is if you have a couple of them, you're just going to do the tiniest little baby corner. You're going to open that up and you're going to put it on the edge here. I like to get it in my chin area where I can see enough that I can tap it in to blend it, but see enough that can it go into my neck area. We don't want to ever have a foundation that we need to go further than this area with, because then it's not the right color. So let's just go ahead, take a moment to color match, see. Now, again, I was just giving a couple minutes for our guests to come on here, but we have some fun special news. So even if they come back on, we can talk about it later. But we have a really cool makeover contest happening within the company, and it started today. So if you are a guest on here tonight, you're going to get to use your makeover look as your entry. And a very, very key part of entering yourself is knowing your foundation color. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but mentioning it in the post. So it's really simple. I'm just going to share my video or my photo really quick here to show you how we do it. We'll help you as your consultant, of course. And so this Mary Kay makeover contest. You book your makeover, boom, you guys are done your hair. So that's exciting. Complete the entry form. The entry form is down right now. I think it got overloaded. So what we're going to have you do is just submit your selfie to us, and all that you're going to have to do is know your foundation color. And then you're going to tell us why you feel so good in your look. And then we're going to submit it for you. And it's going to be super easy. And you're going to be like, okay, well, what do we get in a contest for? What do we got to do? Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull that up for you guys right now, so you can see a little bit about this fun makeover contest we get to be a part of. And then we're going to go into this foundation. Now, don't do your foundation over your whole face yet. We just wanted a color match. And then we're going to come back to primer and do the whole look together. But let me go ahead and share this, share sound, video clip, boom. And here is what we get to have fun with right now.
It's simple, and it's all about you. You get to
wrong video. Sorry, I had multiple up. Give me 2 seconds. That's also our music for later. Where did you go? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to show you in a second. So maybe, oh, it's right here. Sorry, I separated all the things. Here we go. Thanks, guys. Okay, so fun.
All beauty lovers, are you ready to experience a makeover contest unlike any other? Picture this. You and your besties soaking up the fun at a luxury resort for 3 blissful days, where you'll be pampered to the max with relaxing spa treatments and enjoy $1,000 in spending money, plus an assortment of Mary Kay products. Talk about an epic weekend. Want to know more? From July 15th through August 31st, you're invited to enter the Mary Kay Your Way Makeover Contest to create a new look that's all you and potentially win amazing prizes. 6 grand prize winners, plus their independent beauty consultants, will receive a spa-a-day getaway for 2 to Scottsdale, Arizona, and more. 7 honorable mention winners and their independent beauty consultants will receive a $500 gift card, plus an assortment of Mary Kay products. And it's super easy to enter. First, book an appointment with your independent beauty consultant to create your new look. Second, complete the entry form on the contest website. Third, submit a photo of your new look on the contest website. And that's it. Get all the details now and express beauty your way with Mary Kay.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get into it then. If you found your foundation match, if you just hopped on, I'm sorry, after we do this, we're going to dive in, but you're looking for your foundation here because this is an important part of that contest. You're going to want to keep track of your color. Maybe you want to put it in the chat of what's your right color if you had a few, or maybe you want to text it to your consultant just so that way it saves it. And we're just matching right here just to make sure what color is right. Now, we do have two different kinds of foundations. Well, we have many different kinds, but we have a couple different liquid kinds. So we have our Time-Wise Anti-Aging Foundation. This comes in matte or luminous, depending on your skin type. This is going to be closer to the shade of your skin. It has great, beautiful, buildable coverage. This has everything that has in our Time-Wise 3D skincare in here. So it's going to be great anti-aging. We also have CC Cream. I'm going to be using this today. It's a little bit more of a lightweight coverage compared to our Time-Wise. It only comes in 5 shades. It's sheer. It's great for the summertime. And we have a crazy deal on it right now with the company because we're getting a cool little flash deal on it. So that's why I want to show you guys this tonight. So you can really play around with that. So let's go ahead. We're going to find our foundation primer. So if you want to find that, it's going to be on the back of your little kit here. It's normally stuck on the back right there, your little foundation primer. And this stuff is amazing, you guys. This is going to help mattify your skin, take away any shine or oil. It's going to help really fill in those pores. Guest of mine today actually did a makeover with her already this morning. We're just taking about that much. We're going to put it all over our face. She said, you know, I hate when foundation, she goes, the reason I use powder is I hate when foundation shows and goes into all those little line, you know, or go into the pores and you see the little holes and things. So this really smooths over that skin and it's going to make your skin look flawless. It's going to help suck up extra oil. It's going to have an SPF 15 in it. It feels so silky soft, right? It's just like literally so soft. So it's just creating this great veil for your foundation to stay on all day and look extra smooth. So keep this in mind because this is a part of a 3-part deal that the company is doing as a bundle that just launched today only through the 19th. So we put our primer on. Then after that, we are going to go ahead and choose the foundation that was your right match. And if you weren't exactly matched right, just let your consultant know. We can always send more samples and do it that way. But I'm just going to put a little bit of this CC cream on the back of my hand. Just realized my comments are up in case I can't see what you guys are saying. I'm going to be using our liquid foundation brush. Guys, this is a game changer for applying your foundation in a really nice way. These are only 14 bucks. I've had this one for probably 10 years. They just last forever, but we're going to put this on and I'm going to just tap it. Now, the great thing with our foundation is it's going to look great no matter what, but I really love to do this tapping motion where I'm pressing it into my skin. I'm letting it melt. I am doing that. And as it starts to dry, as you see that, as it starts to get blended, then I'm going to do light strokes. You might be using your sponge we put in there, that little sponge. You can use that for today, that just disposable, easy one for your kit. But I'm doing these little strokes downward, finishing in the direction that my hair is growing. And then when I barely have any product on your sponge or on your brush or whatever you're using, then I'm just going to take little flicks of it down my jawline. So that way we can just make sure that that's all blended. And you guys see that, how we can't see the difference of my neck and my cheek. That's with the kind of match that we're wanting to get with your foundation. So go ahead, let's do your whole face. Hi, I guess my consultant is awesome. I was asking you before, I don't know if you were connected to audio yet. Welcome. Okay, fantastic, Jessica's. And how do I say you can unmute or I'm going to guess, but how do I say your name? Sayonara? Tell me how to say it. Or Jessica, unmute if you're on.
Sayonara.
Sayonara, right? Like that? Okay. When we saw your name at first, I'm like, I think so, but am I wrong? So
No, you're right.
okay, I love it. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So we're going to get that blended, pressing everywhere. Get these eyelids, people. Get the eyelids because we want to make sure we look really nice and even. And you guys, today, when you take your after picture, you gotta take an after picture. You can't take this off not. This is what you gotta send to your consultant. So when you take that after picture, we wanna get you in good lighting, okay? Maybe even put your phone on portrait mode. And just finish your makeup up to send to your consultant. So yeah, get those eyelids. It's going to give you a great little base, make us look all even. So we have your foundation on. Then we're going to go into some sort of a powder. Now we don't have powder in any kind of sample form. So if you have your own, you can of course set with that. I'm going to tell you about some of our options. I have two next to me right now. We have our Silky Setting Powder. Okay, so our Silky Setting Powder is going to be true to skin tone, can be used as a foundation by itself, is extremely lightweight, but also has some hydrating properties in there. So when we have sometimes people are like, I don't want to look, cakey. This I want to show you is going to just glide onto your skin so soft. And once we know your foundation color, we can help you in your powder color. So I'm using our all over powder brush right here. I just tapped it into the edge right here. And if you notice, I'm not going to do these circular sweeping motions. I'm going to do some pressing motions. So I'm pressing everything back into my skin. This is just taking care of any extra maybe shine. I'm just going to show you one side right now so you can see the difference. I'm going to also grab my eyelid. And so it just gives this beautiful, flawless just finish there. And see this side, CC cream still looks great, but we have a little bit of a shine to it. So especially in this crazy heat right now, kind of having a setting powder to it is just going to make it so it doesn't budge or move. So if you do have any kind of powder, you can go ahead and do that. So this is our Silky Setting Powder I'm using. Now I'm really fair skinned, so everything I use is going to look really light, but we also have a pressed powder option if that might be a little bit easier, throw in your purse. That's what I love to do with this. It's also magnetic, so it can go into our different kinds of palettes. And then not near me, and I don't know why it's somewhere in my office right now, but is right here. Hi, nope, that's a different color powder. We have a translucent powder. So if you don't want any extra coverage, you don't want it to have any kind of coloring, then you might use the translucent powder because that's going to at least set and take away any shine as well. I like to just press and get as close as I can to the eyes, my eyelashes underneath, okay? Just so that way it kind of sets in there. So boom. All right. The last thing I'm going to do for foundation with you guys today, and then we're going to just kind of come back to some of the things we use for foundation and allow you to have a second if you're not done, is this. Y'all need this in your life for summertime, but all the time. This is a makeup finishing spray. You could actually use this prior to putting your makeup on as a pre-primer and after. And what this does is it sets your makeup in place, but it's really lightweight. It's really refreshing. And so this is a brand new bottle, so I'm going to spray it once here. So you just do a nice spray and it's going to lock everything in. I actually have a little slide on this just so you can learn a little bit more about it. And this is in the special set that the company is doing right now. So this finishing spray right here, it's your final step. It helps your makeup look freshly applied for hours. It also works as a refresher. You can keep in your purse when you're hot. It dries quickly, washes off easily, and it's great for any skin type, but it helps your makeup to stay on for 16 hours. 16 hours. So this is a award-winning makeup spray. So the deal right now with the company is, and you might have a little piece of paper with the lines on it. You could pull that out. You could make notes on it somewhere if you want to throughout today, or a random piece of paper, because there might be some things you see me using that you're like, oh, I like that, but I need her to help me with my color, or I need to remember that since I didn't have it in sample form. So we just did some primer, foundation, and your makeup finishing spray. So that CC cream is a special one that comes in the bundle that we're going to have a special on at the end of the night. So those are some 3 little special things to kind of keep your brain on for a flawless face. Okay, now we're going to do some contouring. So you have your little sample pack here. Now, some of our samples don't really have as much contouring samples as we would like. So we have some makeshift ideas for you today to follow along. Or if you have your own contour color bronzer, then you could follow along, because we're going to really focus on placement today, so you are looking beautiful and glowing during the summertime. Now I'm going to show you the color options first that we'll be doing, that we have full size of some contour kits that we're going to be focusing on tonight. So you'll see that I'll be using our latte color right here. That's going to be great for ivory to medium beige skin tones. There is no shimmer. It's really neutral, so it doesn't leave any kind of orange cast to it, okay? And then for darker skin tone, we have our cocoa option right here. So we have two different contour colors. Off of your samples though, a lot of you might be able to get away with, if you do it really lightly with a brush and you're not heavy-handed, depending on the level of darkness in your skin depth, could use this matte Cinnabar as your contour today. Okay, so that matte Cinnabar, you might be able to pull out. Again, if you already have a contour, or if this is too dark, you know, for me, I'd have to show you, but like this would be really dark on me, but you might be able to get away with it if you do it really light. So you could grab that. If you have some sort of a cheek brush or a powder brush that you could hold like this at least and press in, like a big fluffy powder brush you could hold in, or some sort of a cheek brush. We have the most amazing 3-in-1 cheek brush that you'll see me using today to do this. And I gotta tell you, people tell me all the time, oh no, I got Ipsy, I got all the brushes, I have all the things, I have all these random, brushes. Guys, having a good brush though is like having a really good set of knives in your kitchen. When you don't have a good one, okay, so it's like that. So we're gonna go into these magnetic fun compacts here. Love these. You'll see me working out of this a lot today. This is my personal one that I meant to clean and I got definitely sidetracked, but do you see how these are magnetic and then they just pop right in and they can fit all different kinds of things in here. So this is going to give us a whole contour kit, and I'm going to take my brush here and we're going to first talk about placement before we get into it. So we're going to start, and I'm going to only do one side so you can really see the difference with my contour here. But if you go right to where your ear, at the top here, if you feel that bone, we want to search for right where that bone is and right where it starts to go down, where you can almost feel an indent down here. So right on the bone of your ear, we're going to find that. And then you're going to do a fish face. And you're going to follow and go, okay, where does it indent naturally? Okay. So mine goes like this. So I know the angle that I'm wanting to go. That's really important, you guys, because my angle is like this. A lot of people will accidentally go down just because your hand naturally pulls down. It might go higher up, and it makes a difference with where the contour goes in. So what you're wanting to see is right where that bone is. That's where we're kind of going. Then this is the angle. And then where we don't want to go past is the arch of our eyebrow. I don't want to take my color any farther out this way. So I want to take it in here. So once I kind of know where that is, I'm going to put some product onto this lower part. I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to just create my line first of where I want it. And so we see that this is the height of my cheekbone. We want it right underneath that. And we're staying in that line attached to where your ear is. So you'll see that I'll just I'm patting it in. Okay. I'm creating where I want that line, the depth of darkness that I want with it. And I'm controlling it. So it's natural to want to go back and forth and already blend. And I'm taking it from here and I'm literally tapping it up into my hairline. And then we all have to back away for a second because we can't blend with a brush that has product on it or we make mud. Okay, so we're going to take our powder brush and we're going to make sure it's cleaned off, or even that brush. And then we can now gently go over it and soften it up in those areas that is clean, just to make sure it doesn't look like a harsh line. Okay, so see how that's creating already a cheekbone, even when you look at me straight on, versus this that's looking really flat. Okay, now we want to do forehead. And forehead, I kind of have to do all together sometimes, but this is where I'm pulling my hair back because I want you to be looking at your hairline. And I want you to be focusing on where your hair goes in your hairline or where it might come out, because you might have a widow's peak, and kind of paying attention to that. And so what contour is doing is it's pulling things in, it's closing things up. So you can really adjust your face shape with this. So if your hairline goes back really far in here, we want to make sure to really fill that in there. Okay. So with mine, it just kind of goes across. So for me, I'm just going to go right into my hairline. I'm pushing right back in it, right where the sun is naturally going to hit my face, but apparently never gives me a tan because I'm really pasty. And notice where I'm stopping. I'm stopping here because my hairline is really close to my eyebrow, and I don't want to make that appear any much closer. I don't want to close that in. So I'm going to stop there. Okay. If you have a widow's peak, you would maybe not go below the widow's peak. You're going to focus more in that area where you'd like to fill in. Okay. It's helping to make it appear more symmetrical. Notice too, I pushed it back into my hairline. I'm doing circles to press it in because I don't want there to be any of my actual coloring. I want it to go in so there's not like a white line. Now you could take your powder brush, a clean one. Every time in between when we're blending, we got to clean again. We don't want mud. And we're going to take this, and then you could do a little light where you left off on your forehead so you just don't have a stark line where you left it. We want this beautiful, like, I guess ombre could be the thing, but like, right, we want this nice transition. Then with barely any product, barely any, just a little kiss of it. And with my hand as low as it can go on my brush, I'm going to do a little bit of a back and forth motion on my jawline right here, right on the edge, right where you can feel your bone, right there. And then once you feel like you've gotten it and there's no more product on that brush, a little flick. You can just flick it down just a teeny bit into your neckline right here. Say bye-bye, double chin. You weren't invited to the party. So we're getting rid of the double chin right in there. So I will do nose for you today just because it's a contour class and some lip stuff, but really quick before we do the other side, look at the difference of this having color, having a glow, summer look, and look at the difference of this with not having any contour at all. Makes a really big difference of how flat, how one shade, and just kind of bringing that life back into the face. So I'll give you guys a second. If you did both sides, awesome. If not, we'll just go in really quick, blend, get the other side, just going in. And what you're really doing is we're creating this 3 shape, but we're stopping in some areas, right? So that we're going to your own natural bone structure and making this fit how your face should look. Okay, so I can just do this really quick so we can catch up, and then we'll show you some nose and lip fun stuff. All right, so if you want to make your nose look smaller, you could use an eyeshadow brush for this, or with a really steady hand. I'm going to use the edge of this, my brush right here. But you could use an eyeshadow brush. And so notice where I'm getting that product. It's just barely on the tip of the end of that 3-in-1 brush that I'm using. And if you feel like you want to make your nose look a little bit smaller, we're just going to go. So we're going to leave this away. I'm not going to even go on the sides. I want to get it on the edge down in here. And I'm going to show you something on purpose of how strong contour can work. So I'm just, see where it comes off from your eyebrow, just that little edge right there. I'm just going straight down. Okay, so we're getting that. I'm not taking it really down the sides. I'm just getting right there. We're going to do it to the other side. And I'm being really light-handed with this. Now, for me, if I just leave it like that, my nose is going to look skinnier, but longer. And I don't want it to necessarily look longer. So for my nose shape, and you can play around with yours, come in and also do a little bit on the end by my nostrils, right where the rounded part is at the tip of my nose. So then it just kind of snatches it all in, and we're leaving that light. We're just doing the edges and down here, okay? So this is totally extra, right? But it's the contour class, so you don't have to do your nose. I do actually do my nose all the time though. Then I will take an eyeshadow brush for this, just so you can really see exactly where we want to do this. Is if we want our lips to look bigger, we can take a little bit of that contour, just put a little bit on the edge of an eyeshadow brush, just like this, just to look the little end. And you see naturally right under your lip in the middle where it goes in, right in here. If we just shove literally right in where it goes under like that, it will create more depth that it pulls the lip down and it looks poutier on the bottom. So when I actually lift it, because that's in that crease, you'll see where that darkness is right there. And you could go in and blend it a teeny bit if you want, but we're just doing it right in there. And we'll come back to highlight on the lip later, but at least we have all the contour done. Okay. So once we have that done, we're going to grab blush. I love blush. You're going to love blush. This is one of our favorite blushes. This is Shy Blush. Go ahead and open Shy Blush. It's at the very end. If you have more of a darker skin tone, you could go for staying in those peachy colors. You could try Juicy Peach, could be another option for you. This would be a beautiful color palette for dark beige to bronze skin tone. Okay, so that might be another option. And you can meet with your consultant too. We have some really fun stuff where you can figure out your color season and know what might be best for your really like your colors. So we could do that with you too. So with this brush, if you noticed, I was doing my contour like this, where I was getting it onto my blush brush here for this specific brush. Now I'm holding it more at this angle. And I'm focusing the product more on this tip of the brush, on the main part in here. So where we want blush, so we've already found where we have our contour. We have a solid baseline for that. And now if we smile and we're still using the arch and we see where that apple of the cheek is right there above where that arch is, right here, right on top of where we did contour, I'm just going to press it so lightly on top, going right above, right into that hairline. And once we have it on there, if you went to, like I put a lot to get on the brush to show you, so that might be too much, then I could take my clean powder brush and I could just slightly just blend it out a little bit, but remember it has to be clean and we could press through it. Okay, so this is Shy Blush. We're going to do it to the other side. All righty, pressing. All righty. And then once we have that, just going to blend it. When we get a great color, you guys, with your foundation, that we even everything out, we want to bring life back into the skin. So sometimes people will tell me, I don't need blush. I have already rosy cheeks. Well, let's do intentional rosy cheeks then, right? Instead of being because it looks like discoloration. So let's even it out and then give some skin tone back. So this is a great color for summertime. And then for highlight, we can use two options. If you have a darker skin tone and that darker beige to bronze, you could use Candlelight for your highlighter. If you are a lighter skin tone, ivory to beige, you can use your Moonstone as a highlighter. These aren't highlighters, these are eyeshadows, so don't use too much of them because we're going to use them for our eye look today. I'm going to use this glazed right here. This is the actual size of a highlighter. And then we have a deeper golden one for darker skin tones, but these are going to be great makeshift. And I'm going to be honest, I actually do use eyeshadow a lot for my highlight because I do want sometimes that lighter look in there. So I'll just go ahead and use Moonstone with you today. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little tip of that on here, and we're just now, so we did our blush and we want our highlight just to go right on the edge, just ever so lightly, a little kiss of it, just a little baby kiss right on the height of that, just where it just looks like a little glow where the light's naturally hitting. It's lifting, light is lifting up. So that's going to make your cheekbones look higher, a little brighter. We're going to do it on the other side too, just right up there. Give us a little glow, a little brightness. You could take a little bit too down the bridge of your nose, just a little dust. I am seriously, you guys, barely touching, but see, we just got a little shimmer there, just lightening that inner part up. You could do a little bit, just a teeny bit down the center of your forehead. I don't do that too much anymore because as I'm getting older, I don't know why I'm getting oily in that area again. So I'm like, my natural glow will come out with that, but you can do it there. And then I love, especially Moonstone for this area over the Cupid's bow right here. Just dust it back and forth, letting it just hit those edges over the tops of those lips, over those contours. This is naturally bringing your lip up. That other contour brought your lip down, and this is going to help make the lips look a little bit juicier if you want them to. You don't have to. And again, you could be using the Candlelight instead. Sorry if I saw it. Let's just hold it. It was a gold sass. The Candlelight instead, if you have a little bit of a darker skin tone instead of that Moonstone. All righty. So after we are glowing, we have our contour, our summer look. Let's go into some eyeshadow. We're going to do a really simple, fast look today since it's mostly we're focusing on contour. These colors, I saw them on 2 women today and did them with them, and they're just such beautiful run out the door, look great on everybody colors. Now we did do 4 colors for you. These are 4 eyeshadows. And so you could play with it, and I'll show you how you could pop Cinnabar in there to be a little bit of a deeper tone. Or if Golden Mauve isn't darker enough on you and you're a little bit of a darker skin tone, you could use the Cinnabar instead of the Golden Mauve. And we can layer too, okay? So what we're gonna first do is if you have an all over eyeshadow brush, this is what I'm looking for right here, an all over eyeshadow brush, okay? Something flat, can put the product on, or you have a sponge tip applicator that we put in your kit. You're gonna use that too, okay? That's great. And I'm gonna start with using our Candlelight right here. And I'm gonna, apparently I love the color, okay? It's very well used. And I'm going to really pack that color onto the entire side of my brush. We're going to give a little tap just to get any little excess off. And we're going to press this all over the lid, right to the lash line, pressing all the way up to where you start to feel that brow bone. Not all the way up to the eyebrow, the brow, just where you start to feel that crease line, okay? So we're just gonna do a nice cover of that whole lid. And we are going to immediately do the other side so we can remember placement. Perfect. All righty, really all the way right up, smudging it to your lash line, all the way up over. And next month, you guys, we're going to be teaching a whole brow class. So that'll be really fun if you want to come and learn how to do some brows. So we'll be doing that next month. Normally I would do my brows on here, but we're focusing on contour today. So once we have that Candlelight all over, isn't that such a great color though, that like you could even just leave with that on your lid and just like run out the door and put some mascara on? Like it's just such a beautiful color. Like you could do that. Then we're going to grab, if you have some sort of a blending brush, if you have a little bit of a blending brush, if not, you could use the your sponge tip, and then you can use your finger to just blend out with what I'm going to be doing. So what I like to do when we're creating a crease though, is we're going to tip that blending brush right in here. We're packing the product on the end of there. And I'm going into my lash line and I'm just stippling, going in this direction of what is matching up with the angle of where my eyebrow ends. And I'm stopping about, for me, where I feel that brow bone. This is Golden Mauve. That's a great question, Taylor. Sorry, guys. I just went right into it. So this is Golden Mauve that we're using. And once I have where I want it here, then I'm going to figure out how far I want it to come over. So now I'm just kind of going, for me, if I have hooded eyes. So I'm going about 2/3 of the way in to my lid, keeping this third really light and bright and focusing this on the outside. Now, again, I need to blend this out. And so I'm going to clean my blending brush on something now that I've packed the color on there. And now I'll go in and I'm going to gently on the outsides do little circular wiping motions to just blend that in so we don't have any harsh lines and it can have that nice transition. I might even take and blend a little bit into that candlelight in here, just so that way that looks nice and smooth as well. While we're on that eye, if you're using the sponge tip applicator, you could use the edge, or if you have a brush like this, you could use a little smudging brush. And I'm going to still use that golden mauve. And I'm just going to put it on the tip of my brush here. And I'm going to go just under here right into my lash line, about 3/4 of the way in, really staying tight to my lash line, right into my lashes, using that golden mauve just to kind of create not a top heavy look and bringing that down a bit. And look at how much that already made my eyes look bluer doing that versus not, I mean, I don't have it on this one, but like really framing that, but not closing it down. So you could bring a little bit underneath with that. And then we'll continue with that blending brush with golden mauve on the other side. So finding from that lash line, going up to where that brow bone is. And you know, if you do have a hooded eye, meaning when you open your eyes, you can't really see a lot of your lid because it kind of gets enveloped into your skin, then you want to go higher than you think with your crease. I find that a lot of people will go lower than they think out of just natural of like how you do it. I want you to go higher than you think, and that's going to really help open up your eyelid. So we're just tapping, pressing, getting that in there. Once you feel like it's to the darkness you desire, then we'll go ahead and clean that brush and we will blend. You can always pat on more if you needed to increase that depth. And we're just blending, and then we're going to take a little bit and come down underneath, right into that lash line, about 3/4 of the way in, giving a little depth right there. Okay. So once we've done the golden mauve, we can go back to the sponge tip applicator, or we can come back to using this all over eyeshadow brush. And we're going to dip into Moonstone. And this time I'm not going to cover the whole brush. I'm just going to get into the very top tip of it. See how I'm noticing the product is just really focused in on that area. And I'm going to get that in my inner corner a little bit. See how I put the pack of it right there in that inner, like right, not on your nose, not in the eyelid, but right in there. And then I'm going to take just some of it and I'm just going to push it, just that excess, just like maybe 1/4 of the way into my lid. And that just immediately, if you even look at both of mine, just brightens one eye up compared to the other one. It makes us look more awake. Go ahead and do it to the other side, just really pressing it in there. And if you don't like a shimmer, we have this in a matte. You could do the same idea of this with a matte color. We have it in Biscotti or Blossom. That is a light color like this. That's just going to help lighten and brighten that inner corner right in there. Okay. And just make sure it's kind of blended. Sometimes like we'll just get a chunk of it in there. So we just want to make sure it's blended. And then we'll do a little bit more on this brush here, just on the very edge, the little tip right here. And I'm just going to take a little bit and just slightly just underneath my arch, just do like a little, just little piece right there. See how that just right away lifted this eyebrow and gave it life versus the other one? I think I want to blend it a little bit. Like I'm just going to blend it slightly, but still like huge difference of this eye versus this eye of looking lifted. So we're going to put a little bit under here. Again, you could also do a matte in there instead, matte eyeshadow. Okay. Now, You could just be done. You could have been done with any two of these colors. If you're simple and you just wanted to layer two, you could do candlelight, you guys, and moonstone alone. You could have done candlelight on your lid, moonstone in your like inner corners, and called it a day. You could have also just done candlelight and this in your crease, the gold mauve, called it a day. Like there's so many combinations that you can do with this. But I'm just going to show you real quick how we could beef it up a little bit if we wanted to with that Cinnabar. If you wanted to go into more of a night look, now we have lots of different brown options that you could do. This is going to be more of a warmer brown. But look, if I just do like a little bit, even in my crease right here, just to kind of deepen it up, give it like, ooh, I went from daytime to now I want to go out to dinner. Look how I could just instantly elevate that a little bit with just this matte eyeshadow just in that corner. And then I could even do just a little bit, like maybe I'll only go a quarter of the way underneath in my under eye with it. And we're just deepening it up. So we could do a daytime to nighttime really, really fast if you wanted to. You could also use something like this as an eyeliner and smudge it into your lash line. Or you might just like a matte crease and just do two of the other eyeshadows. So lots and lots of different ideas, but that's just a fun little layering piece. Okay, I'm just gonna blend that out, put a little bit below. Now you guys might have seen on my hand, possibly when I'm doing my makeup, that I have this big old black line on here. So this was from 9 a.m. No, it wasn't 8 a.m. my time. Okay. I had drawn my eyeliner on the back of my hand just to show them how awesome our eyeliner is. I have done things all day. I have washed dishes. I have cooked food for my child. It doesn't budge. Okay. So our eyeliner is thebomb.com. This comes in black, it comes in brown, it comes in gray, and it comes in blue. So if you want a creamy, yummy, waterproof liner, it is the best. Okay. So I'm not going to do eyeliner right now, but I just wanted you to see. And then we don't have mascara samples anymore. So if you want to grab your mascara that you have personally, you can go ahead and grab that. But I am going to show you guys just a couple really quick before and afters with our mascara. I do have fake lashes on, so I want to just make sure to show you some actual pictures with that. So you could go ahead and grab that if you want to. And then we'll do lip gloss in just a second. But here's just some of my favorites. In no particular order that I'm opening up, just so you guys can see. 1 second. Sharing. Okay, so this is Lash Intensity mascara with it. So that's amazing. It has 4 different sides to this mascara. So that's some great Va Va Voom mascara. This is our Fanorama mascara. Absolutely love this. It's fans out the lashes. It has like a really cool wand to it. It's one of my favorites. This is Fanorama again with being on one eye and not the other. This is another woman with Fanorama on. It's just really beautiful, really natural, but really helps separate those lashes and lengthens them. And then this is our Lash Intensity again here at the bottom. So those are probably some of our most popular, our Ultimate, our Lash Intensity. And this kind of just helps you. You can take a screenshot if you want really quick of what do the different mascaras do? What are you looking for in a mascara? What do you need out of a mascara? So those would be some ways to figure out what would be best for you and the kind of brush and wand that you're going to get. But they're all ophthalmologist approved, so they're really, really gentle on your eyes. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our lip gloss, the best lip gloss on the planet of color. It is like the favorite. So you're going to grab it up here. You're going to pull off the back. It's got like a little, there's like one corner. Have you ever opened like a pill bottle or a pill and you have to like pill it? That's what you have to do with this. And you're going to go ahead and grab that Unique Mauve. You have a little applicator in your kit. As you guys are grabbing that, I'm just going to put some mascara on my lower lashes. But you can grab that little applicator and we're going to use that to put on your, let me see, I'm missing a comment on your lip gloss. I use lengthening and Panorama at the same time, Darcy says. I love that. I have so many consultants who mix and match 2 of our mascaras. I have people too who want the effects of the Va Va Voom lashes from the Lash Intensity, but then use the like waterproof as the last coat over it to make it waterproof. So that's kind of like a fun idea too. If you ever want to make any of ours waterproof and don't like the waterproof by itself. It's great. It's just a thin one that separates a lot. It doesn't give as much volume as I'd like. So you can just take that waterproof formula right over the other ones. All right. So our lip gloss, creamy, yummy, hydrating, not sticky, smells good. And we are just putting a nice little coat of this unique mauve all over. It's a great run out the door color. It looks gorgeous on literally every skin tone. Kathy loves the Ultimate mascara. Yes, that's what I just put on my lower lashes because that comes in brown. So I've been doing some brown mascara on me. So very fun. Okay. So love the volume. I love that of your mascara. That's so exciting. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. We are going to do a quick little video here, you guys. So we're going to just watch a quick video, a little bit about the Mary Kay opportunity. And I want you to be thinking, like, if you could ask me just 1 or 2 questions, 1 or 2, I have some fun gifts here. Okay. 1 or 2 questions about how maybe Mary Kay would work as a business. Just as we're kind of giving you guys some time to wrap up your makeup look and do your final touches because you got to do your photo real soon. Okay. We have here, I have a couple things Melissa and I both do, but we have these really fun contouring sticks and highlight sticks, and they're really, really fun. So we're going to be giving some full-size products away. So I want you to be thinking as I share this video, if I could only ask her 1 or 2 questions, aside from what I learned in the video of how a Mary Kay business would work, what would I want to know? Because it's just so fun, right? To like have some extra money, make a discount, all that fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and share this for you. Think of your questions. We'll put them in the chat. And here we go.
Embark on your own model is simple, and it's all about you. You get to embark on your own unique journey, selling products that you already love from the #1 direct selling brand of skincare and color cosmetics in the world. Whether you're a stay-at-home parent, a makeup-obsessed student, or a full-time professional with a love for social media, the flexibility of a Mary Kay business allows you to work when you want, where you want, and how you want. You run your Mary Kay business your way. It just fits into your life. Here's how it works. As an independent beauty consultant, you can purchase products directly from Mary Kay and sell them to your customers. The best part is, active independent beauty consultants enjoy an incredible 50% wholesale discount, allowing you to buy for $1 and sell for $2. It's one of the highest profit potentials on sales available in direct selling. As an independent beauty consultant, you own the relationships with your customers. This means that their access to Mary Kay products comes through you, and you are their personal beauty bestie. We make it convenient too, with options like the Mary Kay app and your Mary Kay personal website. It's not required to keep a stock of inventory, and there are so many ways to sell. You can leverage social media and even sell products through your personal website to be delivered to customers via our direct fulfillment options. Selling can be as simple as sharing your love for Mary Kay products with others, and we're here to help every step of the way. With the recently launched Great Start Journey, you'll receive a personal guide designed especially for new independent beauty consultants. This program was developed to simplify your first 4 months and provide the essential resources to work your business based on your goals. Starting a Mary Kay business is simple. Reach out to your Mary Kay independent beauty consultant or visit our website to learn more about the opportunity. Whether it's extra income, personal growth, or building a thriving business, your Mary Kay journey fits into your life. And remember, your Mary Kay business grows at the pace you choose. It's all about pursuing your passion, unleashing your potential, and celebrating every milestone. Your beauty adventure awaits.
Okay, so let me get to this chat here. So if there's any guests on here who have any questions of, even if it's not something that interests you, but something you're like, man, I'm kind of curious about how that would work, or something I would just you want to help your consultant with her training. So that way we can put your name into a drawing. We have some of the contour sticks. We have some of the blush sticks, and we have a highlight stick, which is kind of fun. So you can put that into the chat. And as you guys are getting a second to put that into the chat, I'm going to just share my screen with you for a second, just to show you what some of the, you might have seen these before with your consultant, but what some of the starter kit options are with a Mary Kay business. So let me go ahead and open that up for you as you guys take a second to do that. And boom, boom. Okay, so we have our eStart option. So if someone's like, you know what, I really love the idea of having a little bit of extra income. I love having the idea of having a discount. You could do $35. It makes you a beauty consultant. You get all the samples, all the fun things, and you're officially can just start right away. We also have a $90 Pro Start. So if you've ever tried our Miracle Set, there's so many fun options with that, because you get everything that you tried at that original session with us: the charcoal mask, the microdermabrasion, the ultimate mascara that we use today, our amazing eye makeup remover, 5 CC creams, the one we just put on our face, some of us did. So you get over $400 worth of full-size products for only $90. And then how we've been able to send you samples and get to try things and have that try before you buy experience. We also have an eStart Plus option for $45 that gives you all of your samples in the kit. So the only thing that's required is the $35. These are add-on options, but I highly suggest, if you're not on the skincare yet, that the Pro Start just makes sense, because you just get so many fun things in here. Good. Okay, so Hannah and Catherine are together. So do you have to purchase every month to stay a consultant? No, that is a great question. So we do not have any monthly quotas. We do not have any auto ship. We don't have any like website fees monthly or anything like that. And so that makes it really fun and flexible to like work your business when you can and put it down when you can't. There is one order requirement a year to stay a consultant. You don't have to place it. Just once you do, it activates your discount and it allows you to stay a consultant for a year. And that just creates the difference of getting to be a consultant versus a customer. Because if we didn't have that, then everybody would just sign up and no one would have customers. Just like you would do a sign up fee to do Costco or something like that. So that is a great, great question. Okay. If anyone has any other questions, you can put them in the chat. Perfect. What would the return policy look like for our guests, customers? So we actually have 2 different return policies, one for consultants and one for guests and customers. So I love this one, especially in a color class, because it's kind of hard, right? Sometimes you might get a color and you're like, once you get it, you're like, that doesn't look that great on me, or I don't love that. So we have 100% money back guarantee for our customers. So if you end up seeing something because you saw it from a picture and you're like, I think that's the color I'd love, you end up getting it and you don't love it, you can return or exchange it with no questions asked, and there's not a time limit. It's really simple. It's really easy. So we love to take care of our customers in that way. It's also great for our skincare customers because it really allows us to keep trying things till we know exactly what works for your skin. As far as consultants, let's say a consultant signs up, maybe she decides to have product on hand and just decides maybe that this isn't for her anymore. She has an entire year to decide to stay in the company or not. And if she doesn't want to, then she can sell all of her product back to the company. So that's really cool too for our consultants, that they have that option as well. I always have a difficult time finding the right shade for my skin. Totally, Nina. So of course we could do the front end work, right, of sending you a bunch of samples till we find one. But sometimes we as women, we're like, I just want it right now. And if it works, like I just want the full size and just be done with it. So you can totally do that. And we'll just exchange it till we find you the right one. I know there's a lot of like companies right now too that like are going crazy with foundation on social media. And what I see for most of them is they only have a 30-day return policy. So with us, you're going to really get that extra time to really figure it out and like not be rushed. All right, great questions. Okay, so if you, Melissa, on the side while I do through some of our fun bundles tonight, put their names into a little bit of a thing, and that way we can pull for a prize, that would be awesome. And I'm going to show you 2 things that are not going to be in your set sheets or your little menus tonight that are special. And you might want to take a screenshot of this. I tried to send it to as many consultants as I could that I knew were going to be on here tonight, but we have 2 special sets. The first one is Prep and Prime. So this is that special foundation primer CC cream of your choice, and setting spray, the finishing spray. Normally this would be $62 value, but for the next week, okay, till the 19th, you can get this from your consultant for $50. So you would save $12 on that set. So take a screenshot if that is something that interests you. That's a fun little set that we have going on for this evening, just a really limited time offer. And then we also have a contour kit bundle. This is so fun. So we have two different options here. We have this first option that would have the palette I've been working out of all night. We have a blush, a highlight, a contour. Okay, so you get to choose your colors in all of these, plus a brush. So this is normally $76. You get to save $11 on it. So you're basically getting almost one of these little things for free. And then we have our mini contour. So you wouldn't get the palette with it, but it would at least give you a contour and a highlight, or you could also do a contour and a blush, any mixture that you want of those, plus the brush. So normally $42, tonight you could get it for $35. So you can also take a little screenshot of that, and your consultant can send you a photo. And then if we come back around to your little sheet in here, you have your little opinion matters sheet. We're gonna go ahead and fill this out for her. So did you learn something new? And if you wanna put it in the chat, if you learned something new, I love always hearing what your favorite thing is that you learned, or something that you're excited to start trying with your makeup. So go ahead and write that on your sheet of paper. You can also write that in the chat. And while you're doing that too, also, like, what was your favorite thing you tried today, or that you saw me use that like really caught your attention? What glam product was something that was your favorite you tried, or that you saw me use? You can type that in the chat as well, or put it onto your sheet for your consultant. This helps count as a contest for her this month of how many faces she gets to see. And then on there too, you're going to have number 3 is, what spa experience do you prefer at your next session? So that would be spa or luxury hydration. So our spa is going to be using our Miracle set with our charcoal mask, get a great deep clean and exfoliation treatment. And then our luxury hydration is getting to try some really beautiful hydrating treatments, a different exfoliation treatment, our serum C+E. So some fun different skincare things there. So you'll just circle, like, do you want the spa or the luxury hydration next if you haven't done one of those? And then you're going to see on the back a menu aside from the special pieces that we learned about tonight. Okay, so if we're looking from left to right, let me go ahead and share my screen with you on this, just in case you don't have it for some reason. And first off, let's start with this Flawless Face. Very similar, you guys, to the foundation bundle I showed you tonight, just missing a couple of things in that other bundle. But if you want the full whammy, like the real full Flawless Face, this would be the primer, foundation, under eye corrector or concealer, setting powder of your choice, and a liquid foundation brush. That one would come with one item half off in the Glam Bar. Then we have our Dash Out the Door. So that's going to be your special palette that you can make any way you want. It's going to come with 3 eyeshadows, a blush. It's going to come with an eyeliner, a mascara, and a lipstick or lip gloss. You're going to do either or. And then that one, you would also get one item half price. And then the Cadillac Color Collection, this one has both these sets put together. So you're getting your full makeup look, but you also get a free brush set. So that is a $55 value brush set. So in that brush set, you would get this fun little container that they go in. This, it's upside down, where you can put your brushes in. You would get the 3-in-1 cheek brush we talked about tonight. So necessary. You would get the all over powder brush. You would get the eye smudger brush, the all over eyeshadow brush. And I don't know why it's not near me. It's in another bag, but we have an angle brush to help you really easily do your eyeshadow in the crease. So you would get those 5 brushes in there. Now, one that you all need in case it's not on that sheet, there's 2 brushes. Our blending brush is $12, you guys. $12 to make your eyeshadow always look better than you ever had before. So this is necessary. So write that down on the side of your paper. And then the liquid foundation brush, I am telling you, like even if you do that prep and prime bundle tonight, you need a good brush to put it on with. It will make the world of a difference of how flawless it looks like afterwards. Okay, like just airbrush effect. So those are just, and that one's only 14. So if you're just writing some things down on the side of like, ooh, what were some of those extras? Those would be some things on the side. So as you look at your little survey, it says out of those 3 sets, which one appeals to you most? Do you like the Cadillac color, the big whammy? Do you like the dash out the door, or do you like the flawless face? And then Nina says, I definitely want to try some of the mascaras. I have short Asian lashes, so I would love more length and volume. That is exciting to try. I would say for you wanting more length and volume, if that's what's happening for you, would be probably either mixing the Fanorama and the Ultimate Mascara or just going straight for the lash intensity. I would do that. The best brushes I've ever had, Kathy said. Yes, I used to be a makeup artist before this, so I love them. All right, the last couple of questions on here, and then we'll put you with your consultant. Number 5, to help your consultant with her leadership training, would you want a free lip gloss or a mascara for just jumping on a call to learn a little bit more how our company works? So just go ahead and circle lip gloss or a mascara. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, what would be your interest level in starting a Mary Kay business? 1, you're a happy customer, you're on here to support her, or 10, sign me up today. It's $35. Why not? Okay, so go ahead and circle that. And then if you guys take some time, I know you might have already been on a session with your consultant, but to fill this out, gift some of these makeover sessions, a glam session, a skincare session to your consultant. She will have a special gift for you, and then she'll let us know, and we'll put you into another drawing later for one of the contour items that we had tonight. You just have to take a picture and send it to her. So I'm going to put you in a breakout room with who invited you. But before we do that, you're going to say, I promise to take an after photo. And I promise to do it in good lighting. And I promise to send it to my consultant with the foundation shade that worked for me. Because even if you don't care about the contest, she also gets entered into the contest, and it's going to be super fun. So we can get you in there, and you're going to write a little blurb of why do I love my Mary Kay look. Okay, just like a little couple of sentences of why you love it. Hannah said she already got from hers from her guest. Congratulations. She didn't even have to do the oath. Okay, so that's super, super fun sending those pics over. Okay, let me go ahead and break you guys out into a breakout room with your consultant so she can just finish up with you. She can close you out. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Can you go ahead and do that for who asked questions for this one? Go ahead. She's like, I'm taking over. Bree never finishes and gives the prize away. I will send them out all day. I just forget to call them out. Nina, yay, Nina. All right, you're going to get our blush cream contour stick. So much fun, exciting. That's your guess, right? Yeah, okay. Double checking just so I can get it from you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Let's see here. Who's Motorola Moto Pew? That one. And who's Ashley's person as well? Do you know, Melissa?
I do not.
Okay. All right. Let me just start with who I do know. Nina, I'm putting you in room 1. Megan, I'm putting you in room 1. Boom. And then Sainara, I'm putting you in room 2. And Jessica, I'm putting you in room 2. Okay. And then no guests say thank you for the class. Perfect. Okay. Hannah, you're with your guest in the bathroom, so you don't have to be moved anywhere. So that's perfect. And then I think the rest are, Hannah, is Ashley your guest? Or she popped off? She's good. She was yours, Hannah? You're not sure. But there's 2 Hannahs. That's what's happening. We have Hannah Teague and we have Hannah Limke, and you both belong to Jordan. So it's very confusing. So every time she texts me, I'm like, well, which Hannah? Because I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, it's nice meeting you girls. And for Hannah Teague, and have fun. And Hannah, let me know if you need anything of help with that. You guys can pop off. You don't have to go into the breakout room since you guys are together. And then I need to stop recording. Let's do that.